Well, welcome back to Words for the Journey, words of faith, hope, and life for the journey that we are on. We're in this series of short messages or talks on faith, hope, trust. And in this short video, I want to talk just very quickly about a common misconception that some people have about faith. So when some people hear, oh, a certain person believes or has faith in God or in Jesus, sometimes the person who hears about, oh, someone's believing, or sometimes the Christians themselves give the impression that their faith is what's sometimes referred to as a leap into the dark, or it's blind faith, right? I just believe. I have no reasons, or I'm making this jump, almost an irrational jump into something. I don't really know what it is. It goes against my better judgment, but I'm just believing. And I don't think, and I'm actually very sure, the Bible does not think of faith like that. It doesn't think of faith like jumping into the dark and I have no idea what's in the dark, or I'm just going to close my eyes to everything else around me and I'm just going to believe. The Bible does not have that view of faith. The Bible has a view of faith that I want to say is a whole person response to God or to Jesus. It is the response of the mind and the heart, and I would say even the body or our lives. The mind, the way we think or how we think. The heart, our affections or our emotions. I will also include the will, our volition, and again, the whole life or the body. Now, I used to have a view of faith that was maybe a little bit like that, just jumping into the dark, close your eyes, just believe. And also a view of faith that was very disconnected from real life. So I used to think of faith, it just keeps, you sort of make this leap in the dark and then you just keep on believing, and your believing is always getting higher or better, or it's easier to believe, or there's no real struggles or difficulties along the way. And when I think about someone like Abraham in the Bible, I realize a view of blind faith and a view of faith that's always getting better, there's no problems, fewer and fewer challenges, is not the view the Bible gives us. So the story of Abraham is a story worth reading. I'm not going to read the whole thing, not go into the whole thing in this video, but just to say that as we read the story of Abraham, there's a number of moments where he's asking questions, even when God's talking to him. Like, how can I be sure you're going to make good on your promise? There's moments of disobedience. There's moments where he doesn't obey, or with his life he shows he's not obeying what God told him. And when I read the story of Abraham, not as a story of the ideal believer, but as a real believer, a believer whose faith has troubles, struggles, challenges, and is also not blind. Right? He's actually looking for something that is tangible. He wants to see the evidence of what he's hoping for and put his faith in. Then I think it helps me understand what the Bible's talking about or calling us to when it calls us to faith. In our real lives, hearing the call of God, responding. Sometimes we have questions, we have struggles, we're trying to figure this out. Not just going up, but sometimes ups and downs. When I read the Bible like that, I realize that's the portrayal of faith in the Bible. That's also the experience I'm having in my life. It feels like real faith, not phony faith, fake faith, blind faith, but real faith in a God who understands life in this body and life in this world. And I'm so thankful for that Bible view of faith. Thanks for joining us for Words for the Journey.